Hostinger is one of the cheapest web hosting provider currently available. But is it any good? Well, let's find out. Hostinger was originally named OOO Web Host in 2007 and they aimed at providing free web hosting worldwide. This name was changed back in 2011 and Hostinger brand was born. Where is Hostinger based? Hostinger is based in Lithuania, which is in Europe, so you can expect some real good server times in the European region. Their servers, however, are not limited to Europe only. According to a post by Hostinger themselves, they have servers based all across the world in major regions such as the USA, Brazil, Asia, etc., and they also claim that all of the servers are connected to 1000 megabytes lines to ensure a smooth experience for the customers. Why is Hostinger so cheap? I don't think that Hostinger is cheap, I just think that other major hosting providers are overpriced. Furthermore, another reason could be the fact that Hostinger is completely independent of cPanel and rather it uses hPanel, which is their own product and so doesn't cost them extra money, whereas cPanel charges these web hosting companies, which might have resulted in a higher price. Click here to learn how to create a website. Is Hostinger good for WordPress? Yep, it's pretty good, and in fact, it's quite easy to install WordPress with their hPanel as they provide a one-click quick install. Furthermore, Hostinger also hosts WordPress sites pretty nicely. I have used it with my site for the past 4 months and so far no issues with it. The performance is solid, with good uptime and fast speeds. I think the following Google PageSpeed Insights says it all. Page speed. Although, the page speed depends on a number of factors and not only hosting, but it has a considerable effect on it. Click here to get Hostinger. Hostinger overview speed, an average of 135.5 milliseconds over 10 regions. Uptime, 99.95% support, 24/7 live chat pricing, starting at 99 cents per mo. Hostinger pros and cons. Pros, 1. Really fast. We got an average speed of 135.5 milliseconds across 10 regions with Hostinger servers. That's stupid fast. It's even better than some giants like SiteGround or Bluehost, etc. Here are some stats. Hostinger's speed: we got an A+ in performance on our test site, and European speeds were massively good as compared to other hosting companies. While the US and the Asian region lagged behind a little, but it was still pretty good. Here are some of the average results of some other hosting companies. Hostinger competitor speed. Click here to get Hostinger. Average speed comparison. These average speed results are calculated by data from 10 regions. Hostinger, 135.5 milliseconds. SiteGround, 117.2 milliseconds. InMotion, 119.4 milliseconds. HostGator, 139 milliseconds. A2 Hosting, 135.6 milliseconds. iPage, 116.7 milliseconds. Green Geeks, 152.7 milliseconds. InterServer, 143.3 milliseconds. Bluehost, 150.9 milliseconds. As can be seen from the data above, Hostinger performed better than most of the hosting providers out there, with the exception of a few US-based hosting companies, which perform exceptionally well in that region with a delay of less than 10 ms. Click here to get Hostinger. Speed comparison. According to region US and Canada region, Green Geeks and SiteGround performed exceptionally well here with a latency of 1 millisecond in the eastern US and about 50 milliseconds on the western side. European region, Hostinger by far the best in Europe with less than 15 milliseconds latency in both major European countries, Germany and England. Indian region, Hostinger performed the best with the nearest competitor performing twice as slow. Asian region, HostGator performed the best in this region, and SiteGround did reasonable well. 2. Very good uptime. Uptime is one of the most important things when considering a web host because you don't want to disappoint the user when he logs onto your website and it's down, plus you might miss some potential customers as well. Furthermore, uptime can also affect your site's ranking in Google, and if your site is down for an extended period of time, Google might bump you down a few stops, and you don't want that. Hostinger guarantees a 99.9% uptime with their web hosting in their terms of service, and it's no BS, meaning it doesn't contain clauses which allow the company to withdraw refunds if they wanted to. Check it out for yourselves. Hostinger's service uptime guarantee: if your site's uptime dips down below 99.9%, you are entitled to a 5% discount on your next month's order, which is just amazing. So far we've been happy with our uptime stats as they are a solid 100% during the 4 months we have used their service, and we have had no issues with our site slowing down or any other server-side problems. Click here to get Hostinger. 3. Awesome customer support. Hostinger customer support is just on the next level, so good. It's really quick and they also provide multiple languages which are just amazing. Here is just a test conversation I did for this review. Chat Hostinger, the guy responded within 2 minutes and was really fun to talk to. We didn't get to open a ticket for support because of the awesome UI and how easy it was to set up a website and install WordPress with their H-panel, which will be talked about later in this review. Furthermore, these GIFs make problem solving a lot more fun. 4. Easy to use user interface. Hostinger provides one of the best UI designs out there. It's so easy and fast to set up websites with it. Here's a quick look through all of the UI. Scroll UI. They use their own panel as known as H-panel rather than the more conventionally used C-panel. I have used both and I think H-panel is better just because of the cleaner UI, and C-panel, not gonna lie, looks kinda old. Furthermore, another advantage over C-panel is the fact that they charge hosting providers some money for using their UI. Due to this, their hosting price is much higher than Hostinger. Click here to get Hostinger. 5. 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm pretty sure y'all are happy to hear this. Apart from all the other features, a Hostinger subscription is risk-free. You can get a refund within 30 days if you don't like their services, no questions asked. But there are some services which are not refundable. I'll link their refund policy here for your convenience, feel free to take a look at it. 6. Awesome price. Here's where Hostinger swipes all the competition away. Hostinger's shared web hosting comes with 4 different plans. Single shared hosting, price, 0.99, Mo 1 website 1 email limited bandwidth 100 GB, free domain 1x allocated resources 2. Premium shared hosting, price, 2.89, Mo. Unlimited number of websites, unlimited email accounts, unlimited bandwidth, WordPress acceleration, LSCWP, free domain 2x allocated resources 3. Business shared hosting, price, 3.99, Mo. Unlimited number of websites, unlimited email accounts, unlimited bandwidth, WordPress acceleration, LSCWP, free SSL certificate and domain daily backups 4x allocated resources 4. Cloud hosting, price, 7.45, Mo. Unlimited number of websites, unlimited email accounts, unlimited bandwidth, WordPress acceleration, LSCWP, free SSL certificate and domain daily backups 48x allocated resources. If you need to host a single website, just go for the basic Hostinger plan as you get a really good deal. For $50 you can host a website for 4 years, with a free domain. Click here to get Hostinger. Price comparison with other hosting companies. Hostinger basic plan price for 4 years, $47.52. HostGator doesn't provide with a 4-year plan, so we had to go with a 3-year plan, which cost around $10. SiteGround costs around $4 a month, which adds up to $192 for 4 years, plus you have to buy a domain. Bluehost also doesn't provide with a 4-year plan, and their 3-year plan costs $106.20. A2 Hosting also starts around $4 a month for the basic plan like SiteGround. Note, the price comparison above was only done for the basic plans of all the hosting companies. I think it's pretty clear that Hostinger is one of the cheapest hosting providers out there. Cons: there's not a lot bad to say about Hostinger as I have had a pretty good experience these past 4 months with them. 1. A little slow in the US region. I think we all know that the US one of the most important and profitable regions for any website. Hostinger is the best in European region, but they lag behind a little from other hosting companies such as SiteGround in the US and Canada region, but as long as it's less than 180 milliseconds it's pretty good and the search rankings etc. won't be affected at all, and fortunately, Hostinger still performs pretty well in this region. 2. No free SSL. We all know that SSL is quite important for a website to be considered trustworthy. Unfortunately, Hostinger doesn't provide it for free, but no worries, there are many places like SSL for free, which are able to provide SSL certificates for free. It's not a big drawback and I wouldn't base my decision on it at all. The verdict: so do we recommend Hostinger? 100%, they are by far the best hosting providers for the price, and really good for small to medium businesses, and people who are looking to make a website on a budget. If you would like to grab yourself a risk-free hosting for 30 days to try them out, you can here. P.S. If you buy from this link, I get a cut, so if you wanna support me you can use this link.